Welcome into the final game of the day here in Duncan, South Carolina at Tiger River Park in the 2026 Conference Carolina Softball Championship. It is time for some elimination softball. Young Harris and Southern Wesleyan in an elimination game. No one thought we would see the number 2 and 3 seeds in this tournament in this specific game. Two teams that are very familiar with each other in the same division, and now one of them will end the other's season. So here we go, top of the first inning. Let's take a look at Southern Wesleyan's lineup. Maddie Crouch, Reagan Fulcher, and Marissa Moreland, the highlighted player there after her home run yesterday. Lamb, Smith, Haig, 4, 5, 6, Schreiner, Ware, and Gant. 7, 8, 9. We'll see Emily Collins in the circle for Southern Wesleyan here when we get to the bottom of the first. So to start this game off, Southern Wesleyan is the number 3 seed. So Maddie Crouch is leading things off here against Abby Burkett. 0-2 misses high. Just so you're familiar with the path for these two teams. SWU won their first game of the tournament yesterday against Chowan 4-3 in a really tight game. They advanced in the winner's bracket, as that is strike 3, as Maddie Crouch is down on strikes to start the ball game. Earlier today, SWU faced off against Mount Olive, and the Trojans beat the Warriors 5-3, which sent Southern Wesleyan into the loser's bracket. First pitch here to Reagan Fulcher is ball 1. Now for Young Harris, a little different path. They lost their first game, won their second game, as 1-0 to Fulcher. Hit out into shallow center, and a long run that time for Bailey Brown to come in and catch it for the second out. Yesterday was kind of an interesting game for Young Harris. They lost to Mount Olive, so both these teams have played the Trojans. 15-3, Mount Olive took care of Young Harris. It was kind of an odd game. 6 errors for Young Harris. A lot of the runs were unearned, but the Mountain Lions bounced back with a 3-2 win over North Greenville just in the last game played on this field. So 3-2, Young Harris stays alive, and now they've got to win again to keep their season going. 1-0. That one misses low. The defense for Young Harris, we mentioned Abby Burkett is in the circle. Mallory Clark behind the plate. Gracie Hughes at first. Shayla Pennington at second. Jordan Morris at short. Shelby Duncan at third. Maddie Brady in left. Bailey Brown in center. And Anna Kate Hill is in right field. Pretty much the same lineup we saw Young Harris roll with against North Greenville in our last game. Here, an elimination game with the winner advancing to play tomorrow in the Final Four, as that is a strike call on Reagan Fulcher. We currently have 6 teams remaining in the tournament. Francis Marion and Mount Olive have survived so far. They have not been beaten. They're in the winner's bracket. They'll face off tomorrow as strike 2. That's 2 pitches in a row that Fulcher thought she had ball 4. I'm just going to warn Reagan here. If it's close, you better be swinging. 3-2. That one's not close enough, as that is ball 4 and the first base runner of the day for Southern Wesleyan. But the other 4 teams vying for the final 2 spots, obviously Young Harris and Southern Wesleyan right here in the first inning. On our other field right now, it's number 6 Chowan against number 12 Converse. And we will see one team from each of those games advance into the Final Four tomorrow. We'll have 3 games tomorrow, and that will give us 2 teams remaining for a championship on Sunday afternoon. As a note, for the team that wins this one, the games will start a little earlier than it was scheduled because of impending rain coming in tomorrow afternoon. Originally, we were supposed to start at noon, but the first game is moved up to 10 o'clock, so that'll be Francis Marion and Mount Olive. We do not know yet who will play in the 12 o'clock game. So we'll start a little earlier tomorrow. Be advised of that. Marissa Moreland pops one up in the infield. Oh, excuse me, that was Lamb that popped that up. So that is the end of the first inning, and Young Harris will look to get on the board when we come back after this. Welcome back for the bottom of the first inning. Young Harris ready to hit after coming off a 3-2 win over North Greenville. Let's take a look at the starters for the Mountain Lions. Very similar lineup that we've seen throughout the tournament. Bailey Brown leads things off. Shelby Duncan, Haley Cummings, and boop, Shelby Duncan is the highlighted player here today. Gracie Hughes, Mallory Clark, Anna Kate Hill, 4, 5, 6. Pennington, Brady Morris round out the order for the Mountain Lions. And Bailey Brown will look to lead things off. Mentioned Young Harris's path in the tournament. 15-3 loss to Mount Olive yesterday in kind of a fluky game. They got away from them there in an 11-run third inning for Mount Olive, as that is strike 2. Then most recently, just the game before this, 3-2 win over North Greenville. So Young Harris is warmed up, and they will try to win again here as one is chopped right back to the pitcher. Flip over to first. Close play, but in time to retire Bailey Brown. That's Emily Collins, who's getting the start here for SWU. This is the first time we've seen her pitch in the tournament. 7-2 record for Collins as she faces off with Shelby Duncan here. Collins, 2.67 ERA, 9 complete games, 55 innings, 51 hits, 21 earned runs, an impressive strikeout to walk ratio, 39 Ks and 17 free passes for Emily Collins. She gets the ball here for this do-or-die game for Southern Wesleyan to try to keep the seasons going. Now, these two teams are in a little bit of a different situation as Duncan chases one up high and strikes out for the second out. These two teams are in an interesting spot because in many of these elimination games we have said that this will end this team's season. But in this case, Southern Wesleyan was recently in the 10 teams that are being considered for the region. Now, obviously, an early exit here could harm that. But we can't necessarily say with clarity that if Southern Wesleyan were to lose this game that their season would be done. We'd have to wait and see how all of it shakes out in the Southeast region. Young Harris, of course, has had an excellent season as well. They were not listed as a team being considered as of recent, but hey, Young Harris makes a run. You never know with the type of season that they have had. So 2 outs for Haley Cummings in the box here for Young Harris. And Cummings hits one high in the sky right field. And it drops for a hit. That was a long run out there for the right fielder. That's Gant in right field. And it will fall for a hit, the first hit of the game on either side. Surprised that it was Gant that was having to come in to get that. They'll call that a double for Haley Cummings. And here's Gracie Hughes, the dangerous righty, with a chance to put Young Harris on the board here in the first inning. And spoiled foul. First team all-conference player, Gracie Hughes. These two teams are very familiar with each other as they are in the same division. Southern Wesleyan finished 22-5. Young Harris finished 23-5. Hughes hits one deep to left. And that is caught for the final out. So well struck there, but a long out as we finished up the first inning. Still no score. Southern Wesleyan bats next. No score after one as Southern Wesleyan and Young Harris, the Southwest Division rivals in Conference Carolinas, are going at it here in an elimination game. The winner here will advance to the top four in the tournament, which will play tomorrow, and will keep hopes alive of a conference championship. Francis Marion and Mount Olive, both in the winner's bracket. We're trying to find those final two teams that are going to make it to the Saturday action. It'll be one of these two and one of Chowan and Converse, who are playing currently on Field 1 here at Tiger River Park. Now, we mentioned earlier, as we've got Chloe Smith in the box here for Southern Wesleyan, that these two teams are very familiar with each other, as Smith fouls it off there. So both teams had 5 losses in conference play this year. But one of the differences, Southern Wesleyan went 15-1 in their division. 4 games apiece against Young Harris, Erskine, Shorter, Emmanuel. Only 1 loss for Southern Wesleyan. It came against this Young Harris bunch. So that is what allowed Southern Wesleyan to win that Southwest Division crown, even though both teams had 5 losses. In fact, Young Harris went 13-3. So the only losses that Southern Wesleyan and Young Harris had in their division were against each other. 2-2, and now we're full. So virtually that 4-game series that happened between these two teams is what settled the division. SWU gets the division, but Young Harris is the higher seed due to conference KPI. Some of the scores in this series this year. First at Southern Wesleyan back on March 25th, about a month ago. A win for Young Harris, their only win of the season against SWU, 3-1. 3-1, I should say, as that is ball 4. Chloe Smith reaches here with a leadoff walk in the second. So Young Harris wins 3-1 in the first game of the 4-game series, loses 5-3 at Southern Wesleyan, so a split there. But then, when Southern Wesleyan came to Young Harris on April 11th, the Warriors beat the Mountain Lions twice, 9-4 and then 4-3, and that is what clinched the the division championship for SWU. So the 5th matchup between these two teams this year is the most important, as we'll see Olivia Haig looked like she was trying to get a bunt down to move Smith over into scoring position here in the 2nd inning. Haig gets it down. Close, no play, as it appears that Hughes might have lost her footing there in trying to turn and throw that over to first. So 2 runners on here for Southern Wesleyan in the top of the 2nd. No outs. They'll give Haig an infield hit there. And here's Abby Schreiner. She lays it down right back to the pitcher, and Burkett throws it on to first for the out. So 1 out and 2 in scoring position for SWU. Every run will be at a premium here in this one, as now Megan Ware, all-conference performer, will come to the plate here in a big spot to try to put SWU on top here. Current seeds remaining in this tournament, you've got, of course, the #1 seed, Francis Marion. They're in the winner's bracket. The 2 and 3 seeds playing right here in this game. With the way the bracket shapes up, we won't see both of them advance, of course, to the Final Four. Mount Olive, the 7 is in, and currently the 6 and 12, Chowan and Converse going at it on our other field here at the facility. Here's a squeeze, bunt. It's a good one, and a run scores. Ware safe at first. And here comes another run home without paying attention. SWU now grabs 2 runs, and they lead Young Harris here in the top of the 2nd. Definitely want to see that one again. Here's the bunt. Of course, you see the 1-run score, but watch here at third. Okay, so a dive trying to get, they do get the runner out at first, it appears. So Ware took an extra turn around the bag. So she is out, but I think you're trading an out for a run in that situation if you're SWU. So just like that, Southern Wesleyan jumps on the board first. A little bit of chaos there. So here's the #9 hitter, Madison Gant. We'll give Megan Ware a hit there on the single and 2 RBI as Smith and Haig score. But then Ware, of course, tagged out at first base after the big turn. 2-1 to Madison Gant. Did not see Gant in any of the other games for SWU in the tournament, but here batting 9th. And a 2-out walk keeps this inning alive. Oh. So it's just 3-2. Gant thought she had ball 4 there, but is called back. 3-2, 2 outs. And ball 4, there it is. So Gant does get to advance, and yeah, you got to wonder, here comes the top of the order for Southern Wesleyan and Maddie Crouch. You got to wonder how long Young Harris might go before they turn it over to Julia Moore, who got the save earlier today in that 3-2 win against North Greenville. Crouch hits this one out left field, and an easy play out there for Brady. But Southern Wesleyan scores 2 runs on a ball that barely went in front of home plate, and they lead Young Harris, bottom of the 2nd, coming up next. Bottom of 2, Young Harris is trailing 2-0. And the bats coming up, Mallory Clark, Anna Kate Hill, Shayla Pennington. See what the Mountain Lions can do offensively in response to the 2 runs by the Warriors there in the top of the 2nd inning. Of course, it was the bunt infield hit there by Megan Ware that allowed Smith to score, and then Olivia Haig, heads up base running, was able to score as well. So it is 1-1. Mallory Clark 1 for 2 with an RBI against North Greenville earlier today. And of course, all those runs were crucial in that 1-run game. Clark's RBI coming in the 1st inning to give Young Harris an early lead. North Greenville did get a chance to tie it up late in that game, but Young Harris pulls it off 3-2. In fact, 2 for North Greenville, who got eliminated, 3-2 losses in each of those games for the Trailblazers. And 3-1 pitch misses to Mallory Clark. So a base runner to start the 2nd inning for Young Harris is a good response here as they are trying to get some runs back. And a meeting here in the circle. This is Abby Schreiner out to chat with her pitcher, Emily Collins. Home plate umpire out to end the conversation. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors for Southern Wesleyan so far. Young Harris still with just 1 hit. Bunt attempt and nearly caught out of the air. It's a foul ball off the bat of Anna Kate Hill. And Hill fouls it back. 0-2 now. Getting into the bottom of this Young Harris order. They have scored 3 runs in each of their first 2 games here in Duncan. Hill watches one up high. And of course, yesterday's 3-run outing for Young Harris came in just 5 innings, as the mercy rule was used there for the Mount Olive win 15-3. 1-2 pitch in there for strike 3 as Anna Kate Hill is down for the first out in the 2nd. Shayla Pennington, 0 for 3 earlier today against North Greenville. Swing and fly ball out to right field for an out off the bat of Pennington. 2 down. So Mallory Clark leads off the inning with a walk, but 2 consecutive outs will bring up Maddie Brady. And 1-0. Brady fouls that one off, trying to bunt for a hit, 1-1. Brady, left side, find some grass, and that is her specialty. A little slap the other way, gets on base with 2 outs, and there are 2 on here for Jordan Morris. Another look at the hit from Brady. Just does a nice job finding an opening. And now, Young Harris has Jordan Morris, the 9-hitter, with a chance to grab a run here with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss for Morris. Morris did have a hit and a run scored in the game earlier today against North Greenville. Solid number 9 hitter. Haven't really seen this Young Harris offense get clicking yet in the tournament. They can get really hot at times. Both these offenses are really, really solid. One, two, trying to get that corner, could not. There, Emily Collins. Southern Wesleyan with 2 runs in the top of the second, trying to keep that 2-run lead with the 3rd inning coming up. 2-2 to the 9-hitter Morris. And strike 3 swinging as Young Harris does get 2 on in the second, but can't do anything with it. We head to the 3rd. Warriors up 2-0. As institutions founded with a focus on faith, service, or both, we share common values and strive to attain excellence and virtue in all that we do. Conference Carolinas has a rich tradition and roots that dates to its initial inception on December 6, 1930. Our students are nationally recognized for their extraordinary success in the classroom, in the community, and at the highest levels of NCAA competition. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas. Conference Carolinas Softball Championship here in Duncan, South Carolina. It's been a beautiful 2 days of softball at Tiger River Park, and we are in our final games of the day. 8 games yesterday, 6 games today, and it's been a marathon, but we are past the halfway point of the tournament. 2 days left. We will have 4 teams remaining after games are completed this afternoon. Francis Marion and Mount Olive already there, and we're trying to figure out who the next 2 teams will be. Currently in action as Southern Wesleyan has a 2-0 lead, and we'll try to add on to that here in the 3rd inning. It's 2-3-4 for the Warriors. Reagan Fulcher, Marissa Moreland, Rebecca Lamb due up for Southern Wesleyan, who was able to grab 2 runs in the top of the 2nd inning. And 2-0 here to Fulcher, who flew out to center field last time. Fulcher was 1 for 3 with a run scored in the loss against Mount Olive earlier today. This time Fulcher sends it deep into the gap, and it's extra bases for Fulcher as she settles into second base for a leadoff double. Another peek at the nice swing there from Fulcher, splitting the outfielders right there out by the scoreboard in left center. Marissa Moreland already has a home run in the tournament. A 1. Make it even for Moreland. Moreland led off in the order for SWU earlier today. Had a hit in 4 appearances at the plate. And swings through that one from Burkett. One, two with that runner at second, and now even. Burkett has thrown 2 innings so far, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks and a strikeout. And a pop-up left side. And that is caught. Yep. Moreland pops up to the third baseman in foul ground for out number 1. So here's Rebecca Lamb. Lamb ended the inning in the first with a fly out to third. She will be the next Warriors player to try to convert here with a runner at second. Try to give more cushion to this Southern Wesleyan squad. And therefore a strike. We saw Burkett pitch yesterday in that Young Harris Mount Olive game. She came in relief of Julia Moore. 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, as that one is fouled off. 5 runs for Burkett given up, but only 1 earned, and that was one of the weird stories about that game yesterday, was that Mount Olive won 15-3. They scored all of those 15 runs. Only 1 of those was earned because of 6 Young Harris errors. 1-2 misses too tall. Two-two. And popped up foul. Mentioned the other game that's happening behind us. Chowan with a 1-0 lead over Converse right now in the top of the 3rd inning. Of course, we're in the top of the 3rd here as well in a close game. Another foul ball off the bat of Lamb. That one came inside there. Reagan Fulcher led off the inning with a double, counting on her teammates to drive her in here. Another foul ball for Lamb, as this has been a great battle here at the plate. Another 2-2. And another foul ball. What a battle here for Rebecca Lamb. Lamb hit .308 in the regular season, had 11 doubles, 4 home runs. One of the big reasons for SWU's success. Now 3-2 as the excellent at-bat continues. So Lamb still fighting here in the at-bat. 3-2. Really making Burkett work here for Young Harris. And, yep, that's how you see a lot of those great at-bats happen. A hit in the left field. Runner comes home. Fulcher scores. And 3-0. Southern Wesleyan jumps out in front of Young Harris. What an at-bat by Rebecca Lamb. They'll give her an RBI single to left field, advancing to second on the throw. 10-pitch at bat. And it appears that Young Harris is going to make the change. So Young Harris goes to Lakely Parish, new pitcher in the circle here for the Mountain Lions. They do not go to Julia Moore, at least yet. Let's take a look, a live look in over on the other field. Now, don't be confused. We have a blue and a purple team on each field right now. We have switched over. This is Chowan and Converse over on the other field. The score there, Hawks 1 and Valkyries 0. Now back to our blue and purple game as Young Harris is in the field and has gone to Lakely Parish. New pitcher here for the Mountain Lions. 3.03 ERA, 10 appearances, 34 and 2/3 innings, 23 hits, 16 runs, 26 strikeouts, and 17 walks. Parrish was named to the All-Conference at-large team. Bunt, gets down, play at first, in time, as that is going to move the runner over to third base. Hayden Williams is the pinch runner for Rebecca Lamb. Chloe Smith on the sacrifice bunt. And a first pitch swing from Olivia Haig as SWU is trying to find a fourth run here in the ball game. Oh, 1 ripped and foul down the left field line. Popped up foul. And an out made on the catch in foul ground. So Southern Wesleyan does strand a runner at third base, but they do score. And SWU will carry that 3-0 lead into the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning, a little high there from Emily Collins, as it is the top of the Young Harris order. And still some time for the Mountain Lions, but bottom of the third, down 3. I'd like to start chipping away at this thing in this elimination game. Young Harris has had a special season this year, as has SWU. A shame that these two teams are facing off in this round, and A team will go home. Brown fouls it down the line. Brown grounded out right back to the pitcher back in her first at bat that led off the bottom of the first inning. Another bunt here, but foul as Brown dipped the barrel there, 1-2. Young Harris was able to get the leadoff runner on last inning, but left the runner stranded. Brown will try to do that here. It was Mallory Clark who walked in the second. She was moved over to second base, but stranded there, as Young Harris has stranded 3 base runners through the first 2 innings. 1-2 from Collins. Right back through the middle, and a leadoff hit for Bailey Brown. Shelby Duncan, as you see the slap there through the middle from Brown. Chance for Duncan here to try to get Young Harris going. Duncan pops one up right side and giving chase, but that will fall innocently. Duncan looks to lay out a bunt. She gets it down. Play it first. Out. Brown slides back in safely at second. It's a little small ball here from Young Harris as they're trying to chip away at this 3-run game. Here's Haley Cummings, and ripped foul. Cummings did have a double back in the first inning. Young Harris looking for some production here from the top of their order. Cummings has lived on base so far in the tournament. Walked twice in the game against North Greenville. One, called strike 2. Emily Collins has done a great job holding down this Young Harris lineup so far. Now 2-2. The numbers for Collins so far: 2 1/3, 3 hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. 2-2 pitch. Close, but ball 3. Could have gone either way there. Bailey Brown is the runner at second after singling, and Shelby Duncan bunting her over. Young Harris trying to chip away at this 3-run lead. And fouled. We'll do it again. Three and 2. Collins brings it. Hit up the middle. Base hit. Brown around third. And she will score as the throw is cut off. Young Harris is on the board. It's a 3-1 lead for Southern Wesleyan. See the RBI single. You saw Brown hit one up the middle to get on base. And there's that top of the order for Young Harris coming through. And now Gracie Hughes with a runner on. Chance to do some more damage here for Young Harris as they trail by 2. Already a good start in trying to get these 3 runs back from their division rival. Now 2-0. 4 hits on each side. We have not had an inning yet in which a runner has not been stranded. (2-0). Again, a hit up the middle. Young Harris with 3 hits right back through the box in the inning. They've already scored 1 run, and now they will have the tying run on base here in the bottom of the 3rd. 3 singles in the inning. And here comes Coach Holmesley for Young Harris, likely to make a change on the base paths as Mallory Clark will hit. And Bailey Gossett, who has been the go-to pinch runner off the bench for Young Harris in this tournament, is out there to run. Again, trying to get a little more speed out there. So Mallory Clark, try to keep the inning going here. Just 1 out. The speedy Gossett out there at second base. And an excellent opportunity for Young Harris to maybe get more than just the 1 here in the 3rd. 0-1 misses away. Clark walked in the 2nd inning. Take it back to the game against North Greenville earlier today. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Been a valuable piece of this Young Harris lineup right in the middle. And fouled off on 1-1. One-two pitch. Make it 2-2. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Our game behind us over our shoulder here. Chowan over Converse leading 2-0 in the top of the 4th. Here Young Harris trying to get some more runs as Clark sends it to right. It is down for a hit. And everybody gets 1 base apiece. The bases are loaded. A hit for Mallory Clark, and here's Anna Kate Hill with a chance to really do some damage. Four hits in the inning for Young Harris, all singles. They've scored once, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. And Kate Hill was 0 for 3 earlier today. Take it back to the Mount Olive game, 0 for 3. So she is still looking for her first hit of the tournament. What a time it would be to provide that. Fouled straight back. Oh, 0-2. And too tall. Hill lays off. Told you a little bit yesterday about Hill, who kind of came on late in the season. Only 10 games played, but a .424 average as Hill lays off on a close pitch, but it's called ball 2. Hill's numbers coming in, .424, Only 13 games played, 14 hits, 4 doubles. So in very limited action, she's been quite successful and has been in right field every game here. 2-2, make it 4. Nowhere to put Anna Kate Hill. Emily Collins has given up 4 hits in the inning. Massive spot here for both teams. Payoff. Hill. Fly ball right side. Foul. It appeared there's a chance there that Smith might have let that fall intentionally foul. If Smith had made that catch, you very well could have had the pinch runner Gossett coming home on the tag there. So 3-2 again. Hill ground ball right side. They'll come home for the out. They got it. Nice job by Fulcher to throw that home to Schreiner. Infield in for that exact reason. Another look. It wasn't necessarily a close play. Exactly how it's taught. So 2 down, bases loaded. Here's Shayla Pennington. First pitch strike. If you're SWU here, after giving up 4 hits in the inning, you can live with just giving up 1. Too tall for Pennington. Ball and a strike. Pennington 0 for 1 in this one. 0 for 3 in the game against North Greenville. And 0 for 1 in the game against Mount Olive. So she is also looking for her first hit of the tournament, as this is foul down the first base line. That's one of the things that Young Harris is looking for that they've been so accustomed to throughout the season, is they're not really getting that full production all the way up and down the lineup that has led them to their 34-12 record this year. Pennington, watches a close one, 2-2. We're talking about a .341 hitter here in Shayla Pennington on the season with 44 hits. So we'll see if she can grab one here for Young Harris. 2-2. Pennington, slow roller, flipped to home, and Southern Wesleyan gets out of the jam. 4 hits in the inning for Young Harris, but only 1 run to show for it. 3-1, Southern Wesleyan heading to the 4th. Conference Carolinas is where tradition is unmatched and excellence is earned daily. Our 16 current member institutions work hard daily to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas. 3-1, our score, Southern Wesleyan in an elimination game between 2 schools, 2 division rivals in the Southwest Division. Southern Wesleyan gets the division title this year, winning 3 out of 4 against this Young Harris squad. And a 5th matchup here will decide who moves on into the next round of the conference tournament, with just 4 spots available going into tomorrow. 2 of those are claimed and 2 up for grabs, 1 coming from our game here, 1 coming from the game behind us between Converse and Chowan, a 2-0 lead for the Hawks currently. And here, a 2-run game as well. Southern Wesleyan did a great job getting out of the jam there. Give Emily Collins a lot of credit pitching with the bases loaded, only allows one run to come across for the Mountain Lions, and now Southern Wesleyan's got a chance to add on. Abby Schreiner, Megan Ware, Madison Gant, 7, 8, 9 for Southern Wesleyan. A chance for Southern Wesleyan to try to get an even wider margin here against Young Harris. Lakely Parrish in the circle in relief for Young Harris. Again, just, we're wondering if we will see Julia Moore at some point here for Young Harris. We know she likes to, they like to bring her in late in games so that she doesn't start and shut it down. But obviously Young Harris's offense has some work to do too. And now 4 straight balls to start this at bat to the 7-hitter, Abby Schreiner. And Clay Ardeezer out to have a chat with our home plate umpire. We will likely see a pinch runner here for Schreiner at first. So pinch runner coming into the game for Southern Wesleyan, Gabby Smith, freshman from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. And first pitch strike here to Megan Ware. Oh, one fouled off here for Megan Ware, who had a huge hit back in the second inning. A single in which 2 runs scored. That was the old, that was the bunt there, the squeeze that ended up scoring 2 runs. Ware herself was tagged out at first, but that's a trade you'd make any day of the week in a game like this to allow an extra run to score. Behind 0-2 here. Popped up behind the bag at first, and a catch made by the second baseman, Pennington. 1 down. So Madison Gant, the 9-hitter, walked last time. Two balls, no strikes here to the 9-hitter, Madison Gant. Nearly to the halfway mark of our contest here. Warriors up 2 on the Mountain Lions. Fly ball left side. And that is a catch out there towards left field. So 2 outs here, as that is a fly out to left field, and Maddie Crouch, the leadoff hitter for SWU, will try to do some damage with 2 down. Runner goes, throw down, not in time. A stolen base for the pinch runner, Gabby Smith. Smith was 3 of 4 on stolen bases coming into the tournament, and grabs her 4th here. This one hit to third. Duncan on to first. And that'll do it for the top of the 4th. So a leadoff walk does not turn into anything substantial for Southern Wesleyan. Young Harris got a run last inning. We'll see if they can do it again and tighten this game up. We'll be Yep. All right, bottom of the fourth. Young Harris trails by 2. They'll try to get it going here. Change defensively. A couple changes for SWU. Abby Schreiner back in there, as you might expect, after being lifted by a pinch runner. Riley Brown comes into the game for Madison Gant, as we have a bunt, and it rolls foul off the bat of Maddie Brady. So Riley Brown comes in the 9 spot for Madison Gant, and she will go to center field with Marissa Moreland moving over to right. So 0-2 here to Maddie Brady, trying to lead this off here. Brady, Morris, and Brown. Young Harris was able to scratch a run across in the bottom of the third. Try to do it again here. Again, our trend continues in this game. In every half inning, there has been a runner stranded. A total of 6 for Young Harris, 4 for Southern Wesleyan so far. Of course, the highlight there as Southern Wesleyan stranded the bases loaded last bottom of the third. Brady fouls it off. One-two to Brady. Popped up and foul again. Brady, a pretty nice for an 8 hitter. She could definitely play that leadoff role with that slap ability. Trying to find a hole on the left side. 1-2. She goes the other way. And a throw to first, not in time. So Brady uses her speed, sneaks one to the right side of the infield this time, and a leadoff hit brings the tying run to the plate. Second hit of the day for Maddie Brady. You see the diving effort there and the throw even in from right field. Brady too quick. Jordan Morris, the 9 hitter. Shows, bunts it back and foul. Three runs, 4 hits, no errors for Southern Wesleyan. 7 hits for Young Harris and only 1 run to show for it. That leads into the conversation we've had about stranding those runners. They'll try to do a better job of that here as the pitch to Morris misses too tall. One bunt attempt fouled back. Morris with 2 strikes, likely not laying it down here. And she swings through, strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Jordan Morris. Bailey Brown at the top of the order for Young Harris. Maddie Brady at first. Pitch up high for Brown. Here comes that top of the order for Young Harris with just 1 out and a runner on. A chance for Young Harris to tighten this game up a little bit. Now 2-0 to Bailey Brown. Brown, surprise bunt. Fair, picked up there. It looked like it might have rolled foul, but Ware grabbed it. And so we have 2 on here for Young Harris and 1 out, and here comes Shelby Duncan. Single for Bailey Brown. Brady up to second. So tying run on base here for Young Harris. And Shelby Duncan, who's been one of the top hitters for Young Harris all year at the plate. First pitch called a strike. Duncan 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this one. And now 1-1 to Duncan. A reminder on some of her numbers on this impressive year. .320 average, 48 hits, 9 doubles, 5 homers, and led the team in stolen bases with 14. Now 2-1 to the Young Harris third baseman. (2-1) is now 3-1. Shelby Duncan working a good at bat here. If she can walk, the bases would be loaded again. Haley Cummings is on deck. She has 2 hits today. (3-1). Too tall and a bases loaded situation for Young Harris with the number 3 hitter, Haley Cummings, with a chance here for Young Harris to really do some damage, and we may see a pitching change coming here. Cummings back in, of course. So no pitching change. Emily Collins staying out there for Southern Wesleyan. And a big spot here. This is the second consecutive inning that Young Harris has loaded the bases. They only scored 1 last time as Cummings pops that one foul. (0-1). Misses low. Hughes with a double. Cummings with a double in the first and an RBI single in the third. It's been a productive game for her and a chance with another hit to really do some damage, potentially tie this game. That is a fair ball. It's going to be an RBI ground out as it just stayed fair. Smith smothers it at first base. Brady comes in to score, and we have a 1-run game. See just how close this was. Yeah. Good call there from the home plate umpire, and I think, if you're Young Harris, you're going to take that. You get that run across. Now 2 in scoring position for Gracie Hughes. Fly ball, left field, and foul. Oh, 1 to Hughes, misses too tall. A base hit here for Hughes would give Young Harris their first lead of the game. These teams playing their 5th time against one another this year as Hughes goes up and misses 1 and 2. 1-2. Make it 2-2. Big spot here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 down. And now we are full. Pressure's high here between Southern Wesleyan and Young Harris. Elimination game. Big spot. 3-2. Hughes pops it up right field. And settling under it for the out is that is now Moreland, who slid over to right field. And Young Harris, once again, they load the bases. They're only able to get one. So keep that in mind for later. We head to the fifth. Southern Wesleyan leads after 4, 3-2. A one-run game here on field 4. And it is 2-3-4 for Southern Wesleyan. We're getting close here. It's our final game of the day. 2-0 count here to Fulcher, who had a double to lead off the third and ended up scoring. That's the last run SWU has scored, as a 2-0 in there for a strike. Lakely Parish in the circle for Young Harris right now. Came in relief of Abby Burkett. Currently for Parish, 1 2/3. She's not allowed a hit or a run. She's kind of steadied this Southern Wesleyan lineup while Young Harris is trying to chip away. And now 3-2 as Reagan Fulcher thought it was ball 4. Tossed the bat aside, but now we'll have the walk of shame back into the box here. Payoff. And it hits Fulcher. So the second time that Fulcher has led off an inning, she reaches both times. And a good start as Southern Wesleyan's looking for a little breathing room here with a one-run lead over Young Harris. Here's Marissa Moreland. And the pitch gets away back behind the plate. Clark runs it down, but not in enough time as Fulcher advances to second on the wild pitch. So runner at second here. No outs. meeting in the circle for Young Harris as they're looking to regroup, trying to chip away at this lead. Southern Wesleyan led 3-0 at one point. Young Harris grabbed a run in the bottom of the third and the bottom of the fourth. They have stranded a total of 8 runners on base in this game. 8 hits and just 2 runs for the Mountain Lions so far. 2-0 here. It's Marissa Moreland. Reaches across for a strike. Three innings left in this elimination contest. And a fly ball in the infield and put away by the second baseman, Pennington. So Rebecca Lamb is next, 1 down. She had an RBI single last time, drove in Fulcher, who was at second. The exact scenario we're in here. Strike one. Ball and a strike here to Lamb. 1 for 2 today with that all-important RBI. That is the difference in the game right now. And now a hit by pitch again, the second one of the inning. So Lamb to first, Fulcher at second. Infield coming in here. And we may have a pitching change here, and here we go. Julia Moore, we wondered when we might see her come into the game, and here she comes. 2 batters hit in the inning in a 1-run game, and Young Harris pulls the trigger. Coach Holmesley goes to her freshman that came in a 3-2 game, a lead for Young Harris over North Greenville, and she shut it down and helped Young Harris advance to the next round. So while we're here in the top of the 5th, 3-2, and we have a pitching change, let's take a look at what's going on the other field here. Your score there, Chowan 6, Converse nothing in the bottom of the 5th. And if Chowan is able to get a few runs here, they could walk off Converse here in the bottom of the 5th. They just need 2. And as you can see, they've already got a runner on first. So we'll keep an eye on that. 2 teams already have claimed spots for tomorrow, Francis Marion and Mount Olive. Now we will see which of these 2 teams in these 2 games can win and advance to keep their hopes alive. Julia Moore throws a strike. Moore has been a massive reason why Young Harris has had such a great season this year. And of course, she has pitched against Southern Wesleyan this year with some mixed results. In the first matchup against Southern Wesleyan, 2 1/3 innings, no runs, no hits, and 3 strikeouts in a shorter appearance there for Moore. In a start, didn't go as well as a ground ball to third. Duncan to second for 1. Throw on to first, late. So Young Harris does get 1 out. That was Chloe Smith who hit into the fielder's choice. So Fulcher down to third. 2 down in the inning, runners on the corners. And more changes here for Southern Wesleyan. So pinch runner coming in for SWU here. Number 1, Shaylee Roper. We've seen her run a little bit in the tournament already. Roper the runner at third now. Julia Moore facing off with Olivia Haig. Runner goes, and Young Harris will let Smith go on down. Smith was begging the throw down to second there to try to score that run. So 2 on, 2 out. Pressure-packed spot here. Julia Moore trying to work out of a jam. The 2 runners that are on base here, Roper at third, Fulcher in there. She was hit by a pitch. That's how she got on. Swing and a miss here makes it 1-1. Excuse me, 2-1. This is hit out towards center. And a great catch by Pennington to end the inning. In shallow center field, working for her pitcher. Young Harris gets out of the jam with no runs, and they'll try to use that momentum in the bottom of the 5th right after this. Bottom of 5, Young Harris works out of a jam in the top of the inning. Fantastic catch to end the inning by Pennington at second base. And now we'll see if the Mountain Lions can use that momentum to try to tie or take the lead. First pitch swing out to left field. And how about more defensive gems? A leaping catch by Haig in left. See it again as Haig gets some real air there out in left field. Fires her pitcher up. 1 down. Here's Anna Kate Hill. One 1-0 pitch from Collins. Misses outside. Collins' numbers so far, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Young Harris has stranded a total of 8 runners through 4 innings so far. Now 3-0 to Hill. Young Harris has been able to load the bases in each of the last 2 innings and score a run in each of them. And right down the heart of the plate on 3-0. Ground ball, right side, and an easy flip to second, from second to first, as Fulcher gets the second out. And Shayla Pennington is 0 for 2. Again, made that fantastic defensive play last half inning to strand 2 runners for SWU, and now a chance to hit here with 2 down and nobody on. And smothered at first base. More defense on display. That's Smith with the backhand and the step on the bag. It is a 1-2-3 inning for the first time today for Emily Collins, and we head to the 6th in a 1-run game. Two innings left in an elimination game between Southern Wesleyan and Young Harris. Thanks for tuning in on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. This is the Conference Carolinas Softball Championship from Tiger River Park in Duncan, South Carolina. Our final game of the day. And Southern Wesleyan trying their best to find a run here and get some insurance. Fly ball off the bat of Schreiner and caught at shortstop for the first out. So Julia Moore came in last half inning to try to steady the ship, and she has done that. Ground ball to third. Duncan on to first. And some defense being played here as of late. Megan Ware grounds out, 2 down. Since Moore has come into the game, an inning and a third, nobody on base. And Madison Gant looks like she will hit here for Riley Brown. Brown came in to play the outfield, and now Gant back in there to hit here. Batter here, Gant. Oh for 1 with a walk today. Swing and a miss. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 6th for Young Harris. It'll be 8-9-1. Brady Morris Brown. Two one, called a strike, and Young Harris a strike away from getting another opportunity. 2-2, fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Another foul ball here as Gant is fighting to stay in this at bat here with 2 down and nobody on for SWU. Another 2-2. Another foul ball. Nice fight here by Gant, and saw this earlier in an at bat, but so often these great at bats where hitters foul off several pitches, you often see them go in favor of the batter. 2-2 this time. Left field, and once again, it does favor the batter as Gant gets a double with 2 down. First hit allowed today by Julia Moore. So Southern Wesleyan, as you see there, fantastic at bat. So Gant gets the double, and we'll see a pinch runner here. So a bit of a stoppage here as we have a change coming. So the pinch runner for SWU is Madeline Knopp. So 2-0 here. It's the top of the order. Maddie Crouch. Southern Wesleyan trying to steal a 2-out run after the double by Madison Gant. 2-1. Close pitch, called a strike for Moore, and she's a strike away. Two, hit, foul. Nice dive there by Duncan. Cover up that third base line. Another 2-2 offering. And another foul ball. Nice fight here by Crouch, much like we saw from Gant before her double. Another 2-2. Another foul ball. Crouch doing a great job keeping Moore working here. You can feel the pressure here for both teams, knowing in this elimination game, one of these teams is going home. 2-2, and lined and caught for the final out left side. And that will do it for the top of the 6th. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Young Harris needs a run to tie it up. Bottom of the 6th, Maddie Brady comes to the plate. Young Harris looking for that all-important third run, try to tie this up. Of course, they'd love to take the lead here and give Julia Moore 3 outs to get in the top of the inning. 8-9-1, Brady, Morris, and Brown. Last time Brady led off an inning, she did score. See the corners creeping in for the respect of the slap ability from Maddie Brady. Emily Collins still out there for SWU. She has gone the distance so far, now up over 100 pitches. And Brady lays off. She can put so much pressure on a defense. We've seen her hit it to left, hit it to right. Use that speed. 1-2, spoils it. Jordan Morris is on deck. She has struck out twice, and then the lineup will roll to the top with Bailey Brown, who's got a pair of hits today. As of this moment, Young Harris down to its last 6 outs. Brady lays off 2-2. Two to Brady. Ground ball slapped. Throw across, and she is out. 5-3 on the put out. Ware to Smith. And we do have a pinch hitter coming for Young Harris. Saw Jordan Morris with 2 strikeouts today. So this is Addie Heel. Morris did have a hit in the game earlier, but with 2 strikeouts against Collins already. Coach Holmesley going in a different direction here. Addie Heel. Some of the numbers for Heel. .216 average. 16 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs. She's also been hit by 8 pitches, which leads the team. Coach Holmesley trying to push all the right buttons here with Young Harris down to its last 5 outs. Now 1-2 after the swing and miss by Heel. Senior on this Young Harris team from Dallas, Georgia. A lot of Dallas, Georgia flavor on this roster. And this is hit out towards right. And a hit for the pinch hitter, Addie Heel, into right field. Just finds grass out there in right field. And I'm going to guess we'll see Heel come out for a pinch runner here. Pinch runner, Riley Ratzlaff. So Young Harris gets the tying run on here in the bottom of the 6th, and the lineup rolls to the top. Bailey Brown, pair of hits in her last 2 at-bats. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop back behind the plate by Schreiner. One 0. Big secondary out there at first as Schreiner looks her back, but it is 2-0 here to Brown. Shelby Duncan is on deck. The big bats for Young Harris waiting in the wings. 2-0. Caught out of the air. Throw back to first. Double play to end the sixth. The liner hit to third. So we head to the final inning. Southern Wesleyan leads by 1. Elimination game. Don't go anywhere. All right, top of the 7th inning. Southern Wesleyan trying to grab a run here. Insurance run coming here for Southern Wesleyan if they can get somebody in. Swing, left field, base hit to lead off the inning. Reagan Fulcher with her second hit today. She's almost served as a second leadoff hitter. It's the third time she's led off an inning and the second time she has reached. Abby Lawson will hit here for Marissa Moreland. Lawson, right to short. Could this be another double play? Yes, it is. We've seen double plays right almost back-to-back here. One ended the bottom of the 6th. That liner to Morris at shortstop. And Fulcher picked off on the bag. You see it again. Close play at first, but in time, and just like that, 2 outs. Rebecca Lamb at the plate here with 2 down. And now 0-2. Young Harris trying to put a quick end to this top of the 7th. It'll be 2-3-4 for the Mountain Lions with their season on the line. One-two from Moore. Too tall. Lamb has a hit today and an RBI. SWU has led the entire game today. Now 3-2 to Lamb. It was 2 runs in the second for SWU. They grabbed another in the third to go up 3-0. Young Harris was able to get a run in the third and the fourth. No runs in the last couple of frames for either team. Lamb hits this one deep into left. And the catch is made in left field by Brady. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. Young Harris down a run, season on the line. One team's going home, one team advances to the Final Four here at the Conference Carolinas Championship. We'll find out together. Bottom of the 7th inning, the number 2 seed, Young Harris, the number 3 seed, Southern Wesleyan, the 5th matchup between these teams this year. Southern Wesleyan has won 3 of the first 4. And in this elimination contest, the winner will advance to Saturday play in the Final Four of the tournament. The loser will have their tournament come to an end. Depending on how things go throughout the region, we can't say for sure that this will end the season for either of these teams. Southern Wesleyan was in the most recent poll of being considered in the region tournament. So even with a loss here, there's a chance Southern Wesleyan still might make the region. And this is a lead. Ooh, it's caught. Caught out at shortstop. A hard hit by Duncan. It was actually center field that made that catch. A little hard for us to see here. Duncan, there it is, yep. Right into center field to Moreland, who's back out there in center. And that is the first out of the 7th. So fitting that it comes down to some of Young Harris's best players. Haley Cummings has had a great day at the plate. 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in. She has driven in both runs for the Mountain Lions today. Emily Collins has gone the distance for SWU in this one. 6 1/3, up over 115 pitches. She's given up 9 hits, but only those 2 runs. 0-2 to Cummings. Fouls it off, and we are blurry. Somebody call Travis Chell. We are just a little blurry over here after that ball hit off the camera. 0-2. Misses outside 1-2, and obviously a pressure-packed situation. Not really a time for jokes, but if you don't have the greatest vision in the world, this is probably what it looks like for you most of the time. 1-2 to Cummings. Ball 2. Cummings hits here, and we'll see Gracie Hughes next. Ground ball right side. And Cummings is safe at first. Fielding error at second base by Fulcher. So the error gives Young Harris some life here. The tying run on base here in the bottom of the 7th. And we're about to see Gracie Hughes come to the plate. Gracie Hughes, first team all-conference. Mackenzie Thompson is the pinch runner at first base. Trying to get the camera fixed here, folks. So bear with us. And we're back. Great work there. We didn't even miss a pitch. Not exactly sure what goes into all that, as we may see a change here. Not exactly what goes into all that with fixing the camera, but we are back now live. And we are going to see a new pitcher for SWU, and it is Annika McFarland. We saw Annika McFarland pitch earlier today in the loss against Mount Olive. So as SWU makes this pitching change, we'll see Gracie Hughes come to the plate with the tying run at first. Now, because we don't know for sure, again, you know, if you're Southern Wesleyan, you at least have a little bit of that hope because your team was listed in that considering for the region, but they list 10 teams there, only 8 get in, so that's not a guarantee that you're getting in. Young Harris was not in that list of 10, so obviously you've got to win this one here to stay alive in the tournament, and you very well might need to win this one to keep your season alive. We don't know for sure. But if you're both these teams, that's how you're playing it at the moment, is that this game will keep your season alive if you can win it. And you are at risk of seeing your season come to an end. So here we go. Gracie Hughes, arguably been the best hitter for Young Harris all season long, and comes up with the game on the line, 1 out, runner at first. Pitch misses high, ball 1. Again, Annika McFarland in the circle after Emily Collins went 6 1/3. She leaves the game with the lead currently. One 0 to Hughes. Ground ball to third, bobbled. Everybody's safe, and the winning run is on base. See it again. That's Ware coming in to get it. Just struggled to field it cleanly. That is called a hit for Gracie Hughes. Tying run at second. Caroline Bridges is the pinch runner for Gracie Hughes as she gets a huge applause from the fans in purple. Here's Mallory Clark, tying run at second, winning run at first. Pitch from McFarland, ball 1. All the drama. 1-run game, bottom of the 7th. Tying and winning runs on base. 2-0. Meanwhile, on the field beside us, Chowan in control, 7-2. They need one more out to knock out the Cinderella Converse. 2-0. 3-0. An error at second base, a misplay at third that was ruled a hit, and now 3-0 to Mallory Clark. Strike one. Pressure-packed situations on both fields currently. Converse down to its final out. Young Harris down to its final two. 3-1. Fouled off, and we're full. We're up here in the press box here at Tiger River Park. And we can hear a little bit of the fan noise, but hear a lot right now. Of course, a lot of that coming from the dugouts, too, as these teams are rooting on their teams in these last few moments of potentially their seasons. 3-2 to Clark. Ground ball to first, bobbled, but an out made at first base. Southern Wesleyan is an out away, but the tying run moves to third. The potential winning run moves to second. So final score on the other field, Chowan advances. So 3 of 4 spots claimed for tomorrow. Francis Marion, the 1 seed. Mount Olive, the number 7 seed. Chowan, the number 6 seed. We've still got one more space to determine. Anna Kate Hill is the hitter. First pitch, strike. Redshirt freshman, Anna Kate Hill. Big spot trying to keep young Harris' season alive. She swings and misses at strike 2. SWU a strike away. Oh, 2 pitch. From McFarland. Misses up and away, ball 1. One-run game for these two rivals. Winner moves on, loser goes home. 1-2, strike 3 swinging. Anna Kate Hill strikes out, and Southern Wesleyan holds on with the tying run at third, the winning run at second, and Annika McFarland, despite a couple bobbles in the infield there in the final inning, gets the strikeout, and Southern Wesleyan claims the final spot in the Final Four. Southern Wesleyan will play Chowan tomorrow at 12 o'clock in the losers bracket. It's Francis Marion, Mount Olive, Southern Wesleyan, and Chowan, the 4 teams that advance to Saturday here from Tiger River Park. Make sure you tune in tomorrow on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network as we find out who makes our championship game on Sunday. Thanks, everybody.